Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines. We have the launch of the traditional regional game tournament in Arta. For the international scene, the toll of flood victims revised up by the authorities in Uganda. Welcome to our newsroom. Tuesday morning, under the patronage of the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hibo Momin Asowe, it is launched in Arta, eponymous City of Peace, the first tournament of the traditional games, intra-regional and inter-regional, as part of the summer activities 2022, along with the other cultural activity for the benefit of young people during this period of major school vacations. Are included in the programs of competition of traditional games, the traditional wrestling, among others, values as ancestral cultural heritage. The event took place in addition to the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hibo Momin Asowe, in the presence of the Prefect Muhammad Sheikh Hassan and the President of the Regional Council, parliamentarian associations, sectoral leaders of the region is present on site, experts in traditional games, senior executive of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, Security Forces, and deputy directors of regions. After a warm welcome of the minister and delegation by the local authorities, a brief moment of in the VIP lounge for an exchange on the objectives of the tournament, it was time for the demonstration of the games in the different space of the Sunny Hill Center. For his part, the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Almi Bouh, welcomed first of all the choice of the Artas region for the launching of this inter-regional traditional games tournament. Mr. Almi said he was convinced that such initiatives will cement the cohesion of the youth, promising that the regions will be sensitized and mobilized for a better outcome. In a short speech, the prefect of the region, Muhammad Sheikh Hassan, emphasized the significance of this tournament of traditional games that will undoubtedly contribute to the revitalize the national cultural values. Mr. Sheikh assured the full support of the regions for the success of these competitions. For the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hibo Momin Asowe, the traditional games tournament and other activities that will continue will revitalize our rich national cultures and intangible heritage. This traditional games tournament 2022 is only the first step of a large programs that aims at inventorying, transcribing, and transmitting to the youth our traditional games and sports, better known at UNESCO under the acronym of IST. I would like to emphasize that our government, under the leadership of the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, gives us priority to the safeguarding of our national cultural heritage. The Minister of Youth and Culture launched in the evening of Monday, August 1st, 2022, the Inter-CDC Theatre Festival as part of the Summer Activities 2022. This theatre festival is currently taking place in the mythical stages of the Theatre of Sadin National Agency for the Promotions of Culture. For this first evening, the Community Development Center of the regions of Dakhil and Ali Sabih were the first to compete and open the ball during this competition. As such, a highly qualified jury from the ball of the scene has acted as a jury, such as Aisha Roble, Mahyub Ahmed, finally Yusuf Roble, Youth Advisor to the Minister of Youth and Culture. The purpose of this activity is to encourage young people to participate in cultural activities and let their artistic talent blossom so that they can flourish and develop their creativity. Within the framework of the price control operations through the national territory to enforce the prices set by the ministry this Wednesday, August 3, 2022, the inspections took place in the commune of Bulaus, District 4 and 7. The main objectives of this operation is to enforce the prices approved by the Ministry of Commerce and Tourism and to control the expiration date. To this end, some sales outlets in violations have been some money to present themselves to the ministry. The mayor of Djibouti ended his 7-day visit to the Kingdom of Morocco. On this occasion, the mayor of the city of Djibouti was able to visit the botanical gardens and the medical social laboratory of Rabat. In this case, the president of the municipality of Balbala, Mohammed Hassan Said, and the ambassador of Djibouti in Morocco, Mohammed Dhuhr Hersi. Mayor Said Daoud Mohammed was well accompanied by the president of the city of Djibouti, was accompanied by the deputy mayors of Rabat, Mr. Bashir Taqi, the governor of the botanical garden, Khalid Arslan, and the head of the Department of Green Spaces as well as Environment and Road of the collectivity of Rabat proceeded to visit the botanical gardens of the city and the medical social laboratory of Rabat. The Djiboutian delegation was welcomed by the official of the botanical gardens in Rabat. This visit of the visit of the Djiboutian delegation continued in the exhibitions greenhouse, the Moorish House, and the Eco Museum is located in the enclosures of the overlooked breathtaking view of the plant environmental preservation and medical laboratory with a visit to the medical laboratory of Rabat. The association ADIR organized a great evening of awareness against drug addiction. This evening saw the participation of the local authority of the region of Obok, the prefect, the deputy prefect, the representative of the civil society, youth of Obok, Mohammed Awad. This event is a part of the awareness programs against the 5 dangerous social phenomena that are gender-based violence, including unwanted pregnancy, HIV/AIDS, and toxicomania. Indeed, through theaters, poem, and musical projections of animated video, we will raise awareness about the above-mentioned dangerous phenomena and practices. First of all, we would like to express the gratitude of the ADIR Association to the representative of the UNFPA and the prefect and all the partners who took part in this event. We particularly thank all the youth of Obok region who have actively participated in this program since the beginning. For his part, the president of the association, ADIR, Mr. Ali Sultan, said that through the community actions that we have conducted in the interior regions, and we put order in the objectives of sustainable development through the optimizations of social mobilization against the 5 types of scourge specified need, the strengthening of the youth for their commitment and their participation in the decision making. In this summer period, the national and inter roads in the Todjoura regions are very busy. The prefectures of Todjoura advises users to be careful and vigilant to avoid any risks of accident during this period when the travel increases. The population of the Todjoura region travels either to spend their vacations in their land of Godawi, Ima, or Mabla. They also travel frequently to the capital and to the interior regions to visit their families. Large Ethiopian trucks crisscross the road between Balhu, Todjoura, and Djibouti in both directions. In view of this influx of people on the road, the risks of accident is increasing in the regions, and the prefecture of Todjoura is appealing to users to be cautious in order to avoid all risks of accident which are frequent. The prefecture of Todjoura calls on all road users to be cautious in order the last fatal accident that killed 3 young men and injured several others took place a few days ago in Bolli, upstream from Randa. Sometimes it is the rainfall of Karma that reduces the flow of traffic due to the flooding of Wadi, the coast, and some inland roads. The road safety forces gendarmerie also carried out control on the various sensitive points of the road, but users must take certain precautions before crossing the floods. For his part, the chief doctor of the Todjoura Medical Hospital said that the emergency health measures taken in the regions of Todjoura for assistance and rescue of the explanations of the chief physician of Todjoura, Dr. Dimbio, in addition to the reposition the rolling stock to intervene quickly in cases of road accident. A green numbers will soon be launched for emergency call in the regions of Todjoura, according to Dr. Dimbio. For the international scene, Uganda flood victims' death toll revised upwards by the authorities. In Uganda, the floods that hit the town of Mbale this weekend have killed at least 24 people. The toll revised upwards on Tuesday. Among the victims, a group of people who were trapped in a minibus. 2 rivers burst their banks last weekend after the city was hit by heavy rain, causing a mudslide that caused extensive damage and left hundreds of residents harmless. Police, military, and Red Cross are still searching. Residents have been told to take the Prime Minister's Robina Nabonja, who visited the scene of the flood, suggested that the disasters could have been avoided if people had not encroached on the riverbank. Mbale district, home to Mbale town, has a population of more than 500,000 according to the 2020 census, and is one of the most densely populated areas in Uganda. And to close up this edition, the regional roundtables on climate change and adaptation were launched on Tuesday in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. They are the last 3 days and are intended to work on economic and financial solutions to mitigate the damage of climate-related disasters that impact the African continent. These discussions are taking place in post-pandemic context and ahead of the Sharm el-Sheikh Conference on Climate Change. The COP27 will be held from 7 to 18 November 2022. The entire continent is invited to mobilize its own internal resources at a time when Africa is particularly exposed to the consequences of the war in Ukraine. Food and socio-economic, the participation of the African private sector is also on the menu of discussions in Addis Ababa. It is invited to more mobilizations and more investment and donations to achieve the climate objectives. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.